balcony. These days I have really been enjoying spending my time soaking in the sun, having my matcha lattes, and reading my book. Currently I am reading The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I've seen this book floating around a lot on TikTok and YouTube, and it's pretty good so far. So now that I have the morning off, I will probably just read until sim in the afternoon. We actually had an on-campus exam for implants this morning. Nothing too crazy, it was just a 30-minute exam. Since then, I have just been watching TikToks. Honestly, nothing productive, so I decided to come out here and try to do something other than looking at my phone for the rest of the morning. In the afternoon, we have Implantology from 1 to 5, and I think we are learning how to place implants today, so that should be pretty exciting. It is lunchtime and I am going to make one of my newly favorite rediscovered recipes. It is a DIY Chipotle bowl and I'm so excited. First things first, I would like to do a little show and tell. As you can see here, I got a brand new air fryer. She is amazing. I love it. She's just kind of loud, but it's okay. We can work with that. She's 5 quarts, so holds a lot of food. And so far, it's been great. So today I'm going to be making chicken in the air fryer, and while this is cooking, I will be prepping everything else on the side. I got this pollo asado from Trader Joe's. I'm super excited to try this out. It is already seasoned, so all I have to do is cut it up, fry it, and we are good to go. First step of our Chipotle bowl is the base. I am going to make some cilantro lime rice. So here I have some white rice that just came out of the rice cooker. I'm going to mix in my chopped cilantro, lots of it because I love cilantro. I'm going to use 1/4 of a lime. Squeeze it in. The way that Chipotle does this is they actually add a ton of salt to the rice, but I feel like it's a little bit unnecessary unless you want really salty rice, which is fine to do too. But I'm going to leave that out. Once you have that, I'm just gonna mix it. And then once you're done, you should have something that looks like this, and you can adjust accordingly if you want more lime, if you want more salt, if you want no salt, if you don't want any lime, or if you don't have the gene for cilantro to taste good, you could also skip out on the cilantro, but there is your cilantro lime rice. It's super easy. So here is what the chicken looks like after about 15 minutes, and I flipped it, I would say every 5 minutes. Can you see this? This is a game changer. I washed these tongs so we don't have any cross-contamination. Looks super juicy. So good. Oh my goodness. As if this isn't already the easiest meal of your life. Super easy cleanup. Now for the assembly. As I said, I have already been eating this for the past 3 days. So I have my corn salsa in this container. It's literally just canned corn, red onions, cilantro, and a squeeze of lime. If you would like to add a little kick, you could add in some jalapenos. That's how Chipotle does it. I always ask for extra corn when I go to Chipotle, so I love that. You know, I can have as much corn as I want. Next, the beans. I have black beans. This was also straight out of the can. I just rinsed them. The chicken. Some shredded lettuce, and I'm just gonna add some cherry tomatoes. So now if you would like, you can add your cheese, your sour cream. I'm going to skip on that, but I am going to add guacamole. I love these guacamole packets from Trader Joe's because they don't turn brown after like a day. So this is the perfect size. And of course, I have my pico de gallo. Ooh, the lighting looks good. And then as I eat this bowl, I have some sea salt and lime chips, and it goes perfect.
If you like it.
p.m. now, and I have just been chilling since I got back from sim. Implants went pretty well today. It only took us like 2.5 hours to finish all of our daily projects. It was actually really fun. I really enjoy implants. I remember assisting for implants a couple of years ago in my most recent job prior to starting grad school. It's really cool to see all these familiar procedures, but to actually know what I'm doing this time and to have the knowledge of why we do these things, what we're looking for, etc., etc. So just some reflection on my previous job experiences. Just now I was working on putting together some interview questions for one of my BFFs who I'm super proud of. This is an interview for a grad program that she's interested in, and I put together some questions that I found on Google and SDN, Reddit. That was a big source of where I drew my interview questions from when I was practicing for my dental school interviews, and I had a Google Doc that was kind of passed around that my mentors and dental school friends had given to me, and just based off of my own personal interview experiences. Obviously you have your most basic questions like, tell me a little bit about yourself, why do you want to be a dentist, why do you want to be a clinical psychologist in this scenario, why are you interested in this school. In my own experiences, they ask a lot about your research, community service experiences, depending on the school, but it's good to know your CV, it's good to know your personal statement very well, because if it is an open file interview, then they might ask you specific questions about what you wrote about. So you want to know that. Also, you have some scenario questions like, tell me about a time where you had to work in a group, tell me about a time that you failed, tell me about a time where you faced an ethical or moral dilemma and how did you solve it. Also, some other random questions that are good to have answers for are questions about qualities that you have, what challenges you expect to face in grad school, your future plans, your future career goals, how do you work under pressure, how do you handle stress, and the more fun questions like, what are your hobbies, what's a book that you've been reading, stuff like that. Sometimes you'll get hit with those random questions, so I just like to prepare for those just in case. And obviously you want to prepare questions for your interviewer as well. On the same note, I have been feeling really proud and really happy for a lot of my close friends. These are the friends that I basically grew up with, and we have supported each other through middle school, high school, college, grad school. It just makes me really proud that everyone is achieving all the dreams that they set out for. I think collectively we've also had our fair share of rejections and failures. Having that solid group of friends to really support you throughout these very, very stressful times is so critical to your success, to your mental and emotional well-being. Yeah, like, I mean, I get it. I've been through it before, and there were so many times where I just wanted to quit. They have always been there for me, and they have celebrated with me, they've cried with me. So it just really fills me up to know that through all the challenges that each of us individually have gone through, that there are also a lot of successes along the way. I think in this very long and challenging process of life and education and school, it's really important to celebrate the little wins along the way. I'm just really, really inspired by the people around me, and my friends are probably, you know, my biggest flex. I love seeing them win. I love seeing them accomplish all the things that they put their mind to, and seeing them happy makes me really happy. Having a strong support system will really get you through almost anything in life. That is it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next vlog. Good night.